Welcome to solverfy.
For this problem, we are told that 83% of the context, written here, so 83% of US households that already own one TV set own 2 or more. We conducted a study that studied 300 households that already owned at least one TV set and found that 240 of those own 2 or more. We want to test this. So first we have our claim, or on our null hypothesis, and that's this, what we're given as the true population proportion, it's 0.83. We want to find out if the true proportion is less than that. So our hypothesis, or our alternative hypothesis, is that the true population proportion is less than 83%. Next, we need to find our critical value. Note we have an alpha level of 0.0205, and this is a left-tailed test, meaning on a normal curve we're looking at this side only. So our critical value is negative 1.65. So now we need to find our test value. First we'll find our p-hat. That is the sample proportion, which is equal to n of x over n. Our result over our sample size, which is 240 over 300. That gives us a proportion of 0.8. Now we need to find our z-value. So we take p-hat minus we're given p, all over the standard deviation, which is given by p, times 1 minus p, also known as q, all over n. So if we put that in, we have 0.8 minus 0.83 over the square root of 0.83 times 1 minus 0.83 all over 300. And we get a z-value of, we end up with a z-value of negative 1.38. So next we will graph this. We have a mean of 0, standard deviation of 1. First we'll graph our critical value at negative 0.65. Then we'll shade in the area below that, and that's our critical region. Shaded in blue is our non-critical region. And our test value is in green at negative 1.38. So about there, and then we'll shade that in. And next we will find our p-value. So the probability that z the probability that z is less than or equal to the negative 1.38, our test value. And that the p-value is 0.083. So since the test value falls within the non-critical region, and since we get a p-value of 0.083, which is greater than, our significance level of 0.05, we fail to reject the claim. So for E, we summarize what that means with context. So this means we do not have enough evidence to conclude that and right here I'm just going to put context for shorthand, but I had written context up here as the proportion of US households and so on, so that the context is actually less than 83%. So we don't have enough evidence to conclude that the true proportion is actually less than 83%. And that is all for this question.